What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Karl. Welcome back to the channel, and I bought another car. I know I said I was going to keep the Celica, and I wasn't actually planning on mentioning it in this video, but I actually had to sell it to pay to fix this car and to buy a race car eventually. And I know I said I was going to work on it. I'm sorry. I did actually have 1 or 2 videos worth of recordings done, and I was going to edit it. I put it on my PC, and then my PC broke. So I can't edit any more Celica videos and post them until I fix my PC, which really sucks. But I'm really excited about this car. I think you guys are gonna be really excited too, so let's check it out. That's right, I bought an E30. I had to. I love old BMWs. This thing was really cheap and it's got a perfect interior. I could not pass this up. So this is a 1987 BMW 325 sedan. It's got a 5-speed manual and the 2.7 liter inline 6 with about 120 horsepower, probably about 110 now that it's got about 140,000 miles on it. And unfortunately, an open differential, which I will be changing to a limited slip soon. It's pretty much rust-free. It just needs some paint work and the interior is perfect. Apart from a couple cracks in the dash, I need to replace the shift boot, but I pretty much just need to clean it. This interior is in really nice shape, which you don't see a lot for these old BMWs because these things get worn down and sun-dried and they just fall apart. But there's not even like a single rip in the seat. I want to do up the interior with black door cards and either caramel brown, cardinal red, or black seats. But let's take a look at the best part of this car. The hood opens like a Corvette. It's so sick. So like I said, 2.7 liter inline 6, about 120 horsepower new, probably like 110 now. There's not a whole lot wrong with it. It does have a misfire in cylinder 6, which is being caused by a partially clogged fuel injector. I already checked, compression's good, ignition's good, and it runs great over 1,000 RPM, but under 1,000 or 900 RPM, it'll start to misfire and a check engine light will come on. So I either need to run like a fuel cleaner through the injector or I need to just replace it. But other than that, the engine's in pretty nice shape and so is the transmission. So I'm gonna give it a chip, which will raise it, I think about 20 or 30 horsepower, bring the rev limit up to 5,300 RPM, and I'll also be installing stiffer valve springs and a couple other little things to the engine. But overall, she's not in bad shape mechanically. It does need new shocks though. They're not completely blown, but they are starting to go out. So I'm gonna change out the shocks and springs for Koni adjustable shocks and H&R lowering springs. That'll make the car look and feel amazing. Along with that, I'm also going to be doing subframe bushings in the front and rear, thicker sway bars, and strut braces just to get this thing super nice. And then once that's done, it's just pretty much upgrades from there. I'm not gonna make the car super powerful yet. I just want it to have like 140, 150 horsepower so I can have some fun with the car, but this is going to be my daily driver, so I'm not going to make it crazy. And then I'm also going to repaint the car because while this blue looks really classy, I do want it to look more like aggressive, and I want this car to be unique. Every single one of these E30s is either like white, black, or red, and they all just kind of look the same. They're like Miatas. They're really great chassis, but everyone builds them. I want my build to be unique. And speaking of building, I already do have 2 mods for the car. One is already done and one is going to go on the car probably tonight or tomorrow. The first one is wheels and tires. So I think I might have mentioned them on the channel before, or maybe if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, you may have seen these. But a while back, I put together a set of BBS Style 5 basket weave wheels with some really nice Rick and Raptor tires. They're a 16x8 fitment, but they haven't been able to fit any car I've had because they're a 5x120 wheel pattern. And this car isn't 5x120 either, but I ordered wheel adapters to put these wheels on the car. And I have to say, these wheels are gonna look badass on the car. I've seen other E30s with the 16x8 Style 5 wheel, and it looks super sick. Not to mention, because of these tires, this car is gonna drive on rails. And the other mod, which is already done, is a muffler delete. So I wasn't planning on just taking off the muffler. I was planning on doing the whole exhaust system, like headers and everything, which I'm still gonna do, but something had gotten into the muffler and chewed it up. So every time you ran the car, it would spit out a bunch of fiberglass and it was clogging up the exhaust system and making the car run like shit. So I literally just cut the muffler off and now it actually sounds kind of cool. honestly, for just straight up cutting the muffler off, it sounds pretty badass. It's not super loud and obnoxious, but it's not like quiet either. It still sounds aggressive. But I will be changing out the exhaust system for a nice one and putting a nice like Borla muffler on or something. But that's about everything for the car. I'll go over what I'm gonna do to the car in another video, like fully. But I think to finish this video up, I'm gonna clean it, because when I bought this car, it had a bunch of mold and mildew on it, and it still does, and now it has a bunch of pollen. So to finish this video, let's make her nice and shiny. I think that's about it. So I'm gonna go rinse it off and we'll see how it looks. If there's still any like dirt or mold or something in the paint, I'll put some more soap on it and I'll scrub it out, but let's see how it looks now. I'm gonna dry it off real quick because it's still wet, but honestly, now that there's no like dirt or mold in the paint, this thing looks super clean. Obviously, it's still got some messed up paint, some dings and stuff, but this, it pops now. It really looks nice. And I think that's where I'll end the video. The Beamer's looking super nice now that it's clean. I cannot wait to start putting some really nice work into this. This is gonna be a fun build, and I promise this one I am gonna keep. So if you wanna see more of this and more of the other stuff I do on this channel, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.